Tonight starts the final 50 regular season games of the 2025 season. Dallas probably has to win all four games to have any postseason hopes.
There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Buckeyes will put total weather to crank us up. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quarterback making checks. Trying to turn the corner on the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Backing up and backing up on the first two plays. Now to try to throw it in drive on third down. Moore to the air. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Caught in the backfield. It's Porter. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jones. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. White wants to throw it. It's complete to the left. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Quarterback now breaking the field. Breaks into the open. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
White going to attack through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They're going to run it to the right. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
The offense changing the play. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Moore will throw. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls. Go out.
There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. He'll bring it back looking for help. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Davison. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. This quarterback part of their running game. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Might be changing the route. Moore to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Touchdown, Ohio State! Special teams proving to be special. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And he'll be brought down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the misconnection on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Find some fresh air. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. White wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, anyway against just about any opponent. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football.
Turning it on! Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Looking to scramble. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Has to get there to move the sticks. Plows through the defense. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And they'll take over.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
White going to attack through the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Moves around to clear up the vision. Lets it fly. Wide open, makes the catch.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Green. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Down he goes. He tried to get out of trouble and this defense wasn't having it.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And they'll knock him down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Here's a heat. Dances away. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, we're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. The short hands, it's Rodgers. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Rodgers. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Now he's going to break the pocket. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Got room to work. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. It's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Takes the handoff. It's Rodgers. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
White wants to throw it. Spits it out to the back. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the stuff they hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And here they come almost all the way back.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Coastal Carolina answered the bell away from Conway today with an impressive victory. The Chanticleers knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That 3-touchdown lead has been cut to 7. The momentum has shifted, and now a chance to get it back on this drive. Working well behind the sticks on second down. White going to attack through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws to the tight end. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this QB, you can tell, did a really good job of continuing to buy time, go through his progressions. He wanted to make the big play and even got outside the clock a little bit to his left and took the deep shot down the field. Just missed.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Wants to bring it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Right back to it. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Quick completion to the right.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Using the quick game. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top. Using his feet to buy time. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Hill. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. They're working that left side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he puts through the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Makes a move. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's loose on the right. He's at the 30. Past the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks!
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, the ground game. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Back to the ground game on the left. Oh, he's got some space. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Forced out of the pocket. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass. We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Here's the handoff. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. They fought tooth and nail through three, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. On the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, this offensive line, they've just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Looking to throw, it's Knight. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Complete to start this drive. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finds his man. It's Rodgers. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They're going to run it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
And the Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. The give from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Certain moments in the game, big play coming on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Knight. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. That's reeled in, it's Riley. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a push on 4th down. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, this is an offense that really prides themselves on running the football, and there was no question they were going to go for it there on 4th and short. Not only did they get the first down, they rip off an explosive play on the ground.
Give to the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. Quarterback keeps it. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Out of the gun to give to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
White wants to throw it. Looking to scramble. Finds space on the right. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. He's going to take off.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And the kick is good. He did it in the middle of a monsoon, and the hands were sure. The hold was perfect, and the kick was a winner. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.